to send it to all your mates across the country. We're in the beautiful Kouga area of the Eastern Cape. And it's going to be a beautiful day watching the sunrise. We've got under 5 minutes to start. So just another reminder, guys, I'm going to say it again, is there is a 10-minute paddle out period, a 10-minute paddle out period. If you're not sure that you're going to make it out in a couple minutes, please make sure that you paddle out and make it out the back before the start of your heat. We do have a 10-minute paddle out period, so please utilize that.
Sometimes you just need to leave your board with your fin guy for a while and you get a magic fin.
So official start to the day. This is your open men's round 3, heat number 1. Our surfers are out the back. And introducing in the red, we've got Stephen Sawyer. In the whites, it's Ludi du Toit. Green, Brad Trickett. And blue, Ntando Nkwadala. Good morning down here, day 3 of the Surf Emporium SA Longboard Champs, and we're greeted by some big conditions out there. Our surfers out the back and really excited to see what they can do. A couple free surfers caught some good ones, so there's definitely some good ones out there in amongst the big sets. And it's a pretty stacked heat. We've got 2 local surfers in Stevie Sawyer and Ludi du Toit. And we've got Brad Trickett and Ntando Nkwadala from Cape Town area, Muizenberg. So we've got Eastern Province, Western Province. Opening wave for the day. This looks like surfer in the green, Brad Trickett. And he's on a pretty decent wave. He's just going to try and stick with it through the inside. So opening wave, that's the first one today. We'll see a couple hundred more of those, that's for sure. First of green, Brad Trickett, 3 points. 3-point ride for first of green. First of blue, it's a 2.33. 2.33 for first of blue. Watching red, Stephen Sawyer on the nose on a big overhead set out the back. And he's going to try to stick with it. Carves it back in the pocket. Another big carve for Red Sawyer, and he's going to go down. So that's the opening score for Surf in the Red. Well, the second one, the opening score came through to 0.5. 14 minutes and 45 seconds. So Surf in the Red, Stephen Sawyer, your last wave, a 5.83. A 5.83, last of Red. 13.5 minutes remaining, surfers. And the sun is shining, beautiful morning light. And it's day 3 of competition here at the Surf Emporium, South African Longboard Champs. Up and riding. This does look like blue. Western Province surfer Muizenberg Local Ntando. And he's going to try stick with it. He's on the nose in Ntando. And this is going to line up beautifully for blue. Down the bottom of the wave, out the back. Does look like surfer in the white. Ludi de Toy in Ntando. Wow. That was a massive attempt at a term there for blue. Wow, props for going for that. He's not going to ride out. And out the back, that surfer in the red, Stephen Sawyer. And it does look like surfer in the blue, Ntando, is going to be coming in. Went for a massive turn on the backside, and his board is going to float in. And clean in half. That's the first board of the day. And unfortunate there for blue and Ntando and Kwadala. That was some serious commitment. I can tell you very few people would have tried to attempt to go for that end section. So just keep your eyes on the rocks. It looks like he's making his way in. So score to come in for blue, score to come in for white. Last of red, Stephen Sawyer. It's a 2.8, a 2.8. Surfer in the blue, Ntando, your last score, second score for blue, a 4.33. Last of white, Ludi, a 3.57. So first of white comes through to 3.57. 8.5 minutes remain. We've got 8.5 minutes remaining. So at the moment it's red in first, blue is in second position, with white, Ludi de Toy, needing a 3.1. Green, Brad Trickett's looking for a 3.67. So 7 minutes remaining. Up and riding. This does look like surfer in the red. Stephen Sawyer holding the nose ride. And goes down on the turn. So 7 minutes remaining. It's red in first. Blues in second. White looking for a 3.1. Green looking for a 3.0. Last of red, Sawyer, 7.17. 7.17, Stephen Sawyer. Blue still in second with white in third. 6 minutes remaining, 6 minutes. Wow, and that's a huge cleanup set. And it looks like the guys got over it. So coming up next, Greg Clark, Tristan Lev, Nathan Stroud, and Craig Cuff are going to be negotiating this paddle out. So just under 4 minutes. 4.5 surfers, 4.5. It's red in first, blue in second, white needing a 3.1, green looking for a 3.67. And this does look like a surfer in the white, Ludi the toy. And he's going to ride that one all the way in. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Last of white, a 3.93. 3.93. White is now in second. So white's in second. Blue down to third. Green looking for a 4.5 to advance. And we do have just about 2 minutes, 2 minute surfers. Here we go, massive wave out the back for green. And he's going to ride this one all the way in. So 1 minute and 30 seconds. Big white water. And green's going to take this one in. So it's red in first, white is in second. Here we go with red. Massive double overhead wave out the back. Steven Sawyer on the nose. Big carve back into the pockets. And he's back on the nose. Steven Sawyer putting on a show here. So I can tell you what, you're going really fast on these waves with a board over 9 feet. And you're trying to manage sitting on that nose, going extra speed. So really well managed there for red, Stevie Sawyer. 45 seconds. Last of red, 6.1. That's a 6.1 for red. Twenty seconds. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that signals the end of the heat. Open men's round 3, heat 2. Hold your positions. This does look like it's going to be red. Steven Sawyer in first, Ludi de Toy in second. Okay, so guys, just take notes of all the changes on live heats. So if you're uncertain on what time you're going to surf, please check live heats. We're going to count this heat down in 3, 2, 1. So, as mentioned, check live heats. There has been some changes made to the schedule. So at the moment, we are surfing the open men's. The open ladies heats are going to be surfed a little bit later. So there is a little bit of a schedule change. The masters and the grandmasters are going to be heading out after the open men. So the women's heats, open ladies heats will be surfed a little later on. It looks like the first of that will be at about 12 o'clock noon. So open ladies, it's going to be about 12 o'clock. Okay, so just a quick announcement once again. So surfers paddling out for the next heats, we're giving you guys a lot of extra time. So it was 5-minute paddle out yesterday. Today we want to give you a 10-minute paddle out. But if you aren't certain that you're going to make it out the back, please paddle out early and make sure you get out the back for your heat. That's the most important. And once you're out there, please try and stay up the points or try and stay out of the takeoff zone. The surfers paddling out in the next heat. So please make sure that you utilize that full 10 minutes to make it out the back. And then, of course, try and stay out of the takeoff area or the competition zone. Surfers paddling out in the next heat. Open men's round 3, heat number 2. And we've got red Greg Clark, white Tristan Lev, green Nathan Stroud, and blue Craig Cuff. So open men's round 3, heat number 2. A huge congratulations once again to Stephen Sawyer taking out the win. Ludi de Toy in second position. So the two Eastern Cape surfers, Eastern Province surfers, local guys, Jeffreys Bay Point locals advancing through. So 14 minutes, just under 14 minutes, and we just watched the opening heat for the day. This is heat number 2 of round 3. And we do have the surfers out the back, waiting patiently, yet to catch a wave. Of course, open men, round 3, coming up next. Shane Fourie, Lorenzo Ben, Kurt Venter, and Charlie Napier. And here we go. This is, looks like surfer in the green, Nathan, on a big 6-foot set. And he's going to try stick with it. First of green at 217, 217. Here we go, surfer in the blue, Craig Cuff on a foamy wave. That's what you call an extra hot, large cappuccino at the back there with some extra froth for Craig Cuff. And he's going to ride it all the way in, looking to walk the board. Quick tap to the nose for Craig Cuff, and he pulls out. Meanwhile, out the back, this is white. Tristan Lev on the nose. Big foamy wave, similar to last of blue. There's going to be a big closeout section here. Let's see what he does. And he's going to negotiate it. Really well timed. Taps the nose once again. Tristan Lev. And he's going to ride this one all the way in. First of white, 6.33. That's a 6.33 for first of white. First of blue, a 3.5. 3.5. First of blue, and of course, first of green, a 2.17. So 5.5 minutes surfers, 5.5 minutes remaining. It's white in first with a 6.33, blue sitting with a single 3.5, and first of green a 2.17. So red, you're in fourth looking for a 3.51, green looking for a 1.34 to move up to second and advance. Five minutes surfers, 5 minutes remaining. So 4 minutes remaining. Just under 4 minutes to go. Open men's round 3, heat number 2. It's white, Tristan Levin first. Blue, Craig Cuff second. With green, Nathan in third, looking for a 1.34 to move up to second. And it does look like blue, Craig Cuff. Nice little down carve there. Set up the nose ride. And he's on the lip, tap to the nose. Now up and riding behind him. Big wave out the back. This does look like white. Tristan Lev. So Crave Cuff ends on the inside. Tristan carves it, trying to stick with it. So fades off the back. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. "90 seconds, last of blue." It's a 5-3-3. 5-3-3 for last of blue. Last of white, Tristan, it's a 7-8-3. 7.83 for white, Tristan Lev. Situation, white in first, blue in second. Green now looking for a 6.66 to move up to second. Red looking for an 8.83. One minute, surfers, 1 minute. "40 seconds. "20 seconds. Countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Counting down, 3, 2, 1. So we have moved on to the open men's. Round 3, heat 3. And third heat for the day. It's been a great couple of first heats to start off. And congratulations to white, Tristan Lev, with a highest score of the day so far, 7.83. In second position, blue, Craig Cuff. And he's going to advance through for open men's round 3, heat number 2. So heat number 3, introducing red, Shane Fourie. White, Lorenzo Ben. Green, Kurt Venter. And blue, Charlie Napier. Taking you through the next couple of heats. It's been a great start so far. Good morning, Crystal.
Good morning, everybody. Day 3 here at the Surf Emporium SA Longboard Championships 2026. And wow, the swell has shown up this morning. So we're just under 18 minutes on the clock. Heat 3 of the Open Men, round 3. Shane Ferrie in red, Lorenzo Ben in white, local boy Kurt Venter in green, and Charlie Napier in blue. Okay, so we have 16 and a half minutes on the clock. No waves ridden yet in this heat. So we will just be coming into the low tide here today. So one of the biggest swells we've seen so far this year, opening up our winter season here in South Africa. So the swell being quite south here today, there is a swell that is going past, so it'll be interesting to see how the conditions play throughout the day with the tide. Hoping that the swell slowly diminishes throughout the day as the swell goes past. I mean, quite interestingly enough, we've had a lot of big swell during like the SA longboard seasons throughout the years. I remember when I was 12 years old, we had Durban, Mossel Bay, Cape Town, all 10 foot plus. So yeah, longboarding has definitely had its debut with big waves, and yeah, the surfers tackle it well. Big boards, big waves. Here we have a surfer out the back, opening up the heat. Coming around the section. This is surfer in blue. Lovely wrap to start things off. Holding a lot of speed. This is Charlie. He'll kick out. Maybe a tactical move just to get out and get back out to the back. So yeah, our point's starting to look a little bit more like supers. Here we have surfer in red out the back. This is Shane Ferrie. Lovely wrap from Shane, keeping it in the power source of this wave. Getting to the nose. Oh, and he just goes down. So yeah, a lot of speed on these face of these waves. Surfers are doing well to navigate. And it's great to see some good rail game too. It's always variety of maneuvers, especially in these conditions. having a look at what sections offer you, and again, lots of speed. So 13 minutes on the clock, surfers, 13 minutes. Blue, your first wave comes in at a 3.5, Blue. Red, Shane, your first wave coming in at a 2.83. Here we have another surfer up and riding, and just a quick in and out for him. Wow, lots of moving water, even on the low tide. So again, our surfers in the next heat, you have a 10-minute paddle out, but you're welcome to paddle out earlier. Just as long as you stay clear of the surfers in the current heat, just be mindful of the heat that's currently on, but you're welcome to paddle when you feel it's necessary, just so that you can get out there and give yourself time to set up for your heat. 12 minutes, surfers. So that last in and out was from Red. Red, you're sitting with a 2.83 and a 0.5, Red. You're currently in second. Blue, you're sitting with a one wave score of a 3.5. Still looking for a wave from white and green. That is Lorenzo Ben and Kurt Fenta, our local boy, with 11 and a half minutes on the clock. So Blue still currently leading this heat with a one-wave score of a 3.5. Shane Ferry in second with a 2.83 and a 0.5. We have a surfer up and riding. A surfer in white, I believe, Lorenzo. 9.5 minutes, surfers, 9.5 minutes. So just a quick in and out for white. We have a surfer up and riding. This is Kurt Fenta. Not quite sure, but navigating some nice lines on the outside. Getting to the nose. Wow, and tackling that section quite well with the wind as well. So 8 minutes 20 on the clock, surfers. Wow, what a morning we are having here, ladies and gentlemen. Day 3 of the Surf Emporium SA Longboard Championships. And again, the entertainment is at an all full-time high here. So that was Kurt Venter on that last wave, surfer in green. Your wave coming in at a 2.33, Kurt. You're looking for a 1.01. You're currently sitting in third. Lorenzo in white. You're looking for a 2.77, white. You're currently sitting with a 0.57. So white looking for a 2.77. Green, you're looking for a 1.01, green. 7 minutes, 15 on the clock. So our surfers in the next heat be making their way out. I'd like to just thank our water safety here today. These guys are working overtime. So 6.5 minutes, surfers, 6.5 minutes. Priority sitting with blue, second priority red. So the current heat situation is blue is in the lead with a one wave score of a 3.5. Red, Shane Faree currently sitting in second with a 2.83 and a 0.5. And green in third with a 2.33 single wave score, looking for a 1.01. And white in fourth, looking for a 2.77. We have a surfer up and riding. I believe this is red, Shane Faree. Wow, what a section. Fantastic opener from red, and he'll kick out of that. Some white water to tackle. I mean, wow, how's that for wave selection? So 4.5 minutes, surfers, 4.5 minutes. So red, your last wave coming in at a 6-point ride, Shane Faree. Surfer in red, a 6-point ride. So red currently in the lead with a 2.83 and a 6-point ride. 3.5 minutes, surfers. Red in the lead, surfer in blue in second with a 3.5. Looking for a 5.34 to take the lead. Surfer in green with a single wave score of a 2.33. And Lorenzo in white looking just for a 2.94 to take advancing position. 3 minutes on the clock. So Shane Faree in red with the highest wave score of this heat so far, a 6-point ride. That's some great performance from red, tackling that section out the back. Critical surfing. So just under 2 minutes, surfers. We have white having a look out the back. Almost taking off at twos. It kicks out of that tactical approach, I feel. So white, your last wave comes in at a 0.6. White, you're looking for a 2.91. White, you're looking for a 2.91. We have blue up and riding. Lovely grab rail to get back into that section, navigating quite a frothy section ahead, but gets to the nose. Quick up and out. Wow. Here we go. I believe this could be Surfer in red, our current heat leader, Shane Faree. Finding his way back to the section, onto the face. Lovely wraps from Shane. And gets to the nose. Shane Faree navigating that section well, and he'll close off his account here. And count. Well done to our surfers in that heat 3 open men's. We'll be counting the next heat down shortly. So our great exchange from our surfers there to close off this heat. We count this heat down in 3, 2, 1. So in this heat, heat 4 of the open men round 3, we have in red, Jamie. In white, we have Thomas King. In green, we have Guy Campbell, and in blue, we have Jackson Ribbink. So we've got some stacked heats in our open men's round 3. We have a surfer up and riding. This looks like it could be Guy Campbell. Holding on, and just a quick in and out for him. So that was Guy Campbell on that first wave. Guy, your score came in at a 1.5, Guy. So 18:20 on the clock, still plenty of time in this heat 4 of our open men's. I want to thank you all for coming down today and supporting our surfers. This is a special day we are having here today in Jeffreys Bay. There's some great food out the back with got the Mexican and in food and PILI-PILI. So I'm going to grab a bite and hang around and watch the day commence. Some good coffee too. So 16 minutes on the clock, surfers, 16 minutes. It's just one wave ridden by Guy Campbell in green, just a 1.5. So I'd like to just congratulate our surfers from the last heat. Winning that was Shane Faree with a 6-point ride, and his last wave came in at a 7.5. Put your hands together for that. That was some great surfing. Coming in second, we have Charlie Napier with a 3.5 and a 4.83. Well done to our guys from our heat 3. And we have our local boy, Kur Fenterkamp, coming in third, just with a one-wave score, but he'll be bowing out, one of our locals. And Lorenzo Ben coming in fourth. He'll be bowing out too. So just 14 and a half minutes on the clock, surfers. Great to see our surfers putting on a show for us. We have a surfer up and riding. Is the surfer in red? I believe this is surfer in red. This is Jamie. Navigating these sections well with some speed. Getting some distance here is Jamie. Navigating the Cappuccino section at early morning froth. And he'll kick out. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is some incredible swell we are having here today. So 13 and a half minutes on the clock, surfers. Saw a great wave from Red. I'll give you an update as soon as that score comes in. I'd like to thank our judges for working hard on giving you the scores. And just being able to dissect these waves and maneuvers and just keeping it critical and on point. I mean, people associate longboarding with small waves, but I've seen it throughout the years. Truly big waves, big boards, they do go hand in hand. Starting out with Greg Knoll and Duke. We have a surfer up and riding. I think this is surfer in green. Maybe mistaken. This is Guy Campbell, just in and out. We have another surfer having a look. So I just got word that Thomas King is not here for this morning's heat. So he would be in this heat. But yeah, he had to do some work and had to shoot back to Cape Town, but he will be back, supporting his wife and commencing with his other heats. We have another surfer up and riding. I believe this is Surfer. Could have been Surfer in blue, I'm not too sure. Hard to tell. So Surfer in red, your last wave coming in at a 7.33. Surfer in red, put your hands together, a 7.33. Oh, some great surfing from Surfer in red. Ludi, the J-Bay King, looking fresh with a fresh cut. So just under 11 minutes, surfers. So 10 minutes 20 on the clock. Surfers in the next heat. You have 10 minutes to paddle out, but you're welcome to paddle out earlier, just so that you can make your way into the lineup. Just pay caution to the next heat if you do paddle out earlier than 10 minutes, just to keep out the way. Of course, there's lots of space out there. We're just under 10 minutes, surfers. 9:45 on the clock. Surfer in red with a single wave score of a 7.33. That is Jamie. Surfer in green, Guy. You are sitting with a 1.5 and a 1.07. You're currently sitting in second. And we have surfer paddling. This looks like surfer in green. Guy Campbell, quick in and out again. So we have Jackson Ribank in blue, currently in third, looking for a 1.15. Just sitting with a single wave score of a 1.43. And again, we had Thomas King in this heat, but he is not with us here today. So he is not featured in this heat. 9 minutes on the clock. 8 minutes, surfers, 8 minutes. Red leading with a single wave score of a 7.33. Guy Campbell in second. Guy's had 3 waves, just quick in and out, so he's got a 1.5 and a 1.07. So Surfer in green currently in second. Surfer in blue looking for just a 1.15. Also just having a single wave score of a 1.43. So thanks for joining us, everybody, down on the beach. It's so lovely to see everyone coming to support their team members, family members, friends. It's always a good time during winter here in Jeffreys Bay with the swell. And luckily we haven't got any wind today, so no, just marginal winds, but again, it definitely helps. Yesterday we experienced quite a bit of wind, and the surfers having to navigate that. Wind is always a factor here. PE being known as the windy city. So geographically, yeah, we do experience quite a bit of wind, but come wind, come waves. And today we are definitely seeing the waves. So quite interestingly enough, yesterday the swell was forecasted to be bigger, but it was still had a little bit more west in it. Today we are experiencing quite a south swell. So the swell is going past. So we will see the swell slowly deteriorate throughout the day. That is my guess. But that is just from experience. So we'll stay tuned and see what the day has in store for us. But you can see all that water getting sucked off the rocks right now. It's a proper surge. Yeah, and we are on the low tide mark. So 6 minutes on the clock, surfers, 6 minutes. We are coming on to that 5-minute mark. We have a paddle from one of our surfers. Decided not to go. Yeah, so wave selection obviously being a tactical approach. We've seen some excellent waves ridden here today. Quite a couple actually. We've had Shane Faree in the last heat with a 6 and a 7.5. And Tristan Lev in the heat before that with a 6.33 and a 7.83. And then our first heat of the day, we had Mr. Sawyer with a 7.17 and a 6.1. So we are down to the 3-minute mark, surfers, 3 minutes. 2 minutes on the clock, surfers. Situation is red in the lead with a single wave score of a 7.33. Guy in second with a 1.5 and a 1.07. The waves have just been on tap this morning. And some serious business from our open men. Very impressive surfing. And we have a surfer up and riding. Lovely cutback. Navigating a bit of froth, but manages to get to the nose. Navigating back. Again, a lot of chop to navigate. A lot of air under the board. But doing well. This is our surfer in blue, I believe. He'll finish that one off quite strongly, actually. So just 1 minute, surfers, 1 minute. We have another surfer up and riding. Almost 2 surfers. Okay, we are down to the 30-second mark. So I believe this is surfer in green, Guy Campbell. Looking to solidify his position. We are down to 20 seconds, surfers. Guy getting to the nose, a quick tap. 10 seconds. We'll be counting this heat down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done to our surfers in that heat 4. Some great surfing. We'll be counting the next heat in shortly. Waiting for our judges to lock in those scores, and I'll give you an update. So last wave of blue coming in at a 4.5, currently sitting in second. We're waiting for that last score of green. So green looking for a 4.44, waiting for the judges' score. But blue and green basically finding a wave at the end of that heat. Keeping things interesting here in heat 4. Surfers in the next heat, stand by. Three, 2, 1. So surfers in the last heat. Up and riding, our surfers are starting off with 2 surfers on that wave. I believe potentially red was on the inside, but I think this is white on the outside. This is Oliver Packham. Surfing nicely is Oliver, getting some good rail time. So in this heat, we have Rory Dace, Oliver in white, Rory in red, my apologies. In green, we have Benjamin van der Heever. In blue, we have Joshua Biddlecombe. And in black, we have Kouga Local. We have a surfer paddling on a wide peak. Oh, this is surfer from the last heat. That was Jamie, our heat winner from heat 4. So Jamie winning that last heat, and Jackson Ribbing coming in second with a 1.43 and a 4.5, and Guy Campbell score coming in at a 4.17, just not enough. That guy had a free surf this morning and he was looking good. Always such a strong competitor is Guy Campbell. So 18 minutes on the clock, surfers. We've had one wave ridden by White. So White, your score comes in at a 4.83, White. And Black just a 0.5. So that was Black just behind White on that wave. But no interference. Surfers well away from each other, not crossing paths and interfering with any scoring potential. So White currently sitting in the lead with a single score of a 4.83, starting this heat off quickly, which is definitely a tactical approach, considering there are 20 minutes in this heat. So again, surfers in the next heat. We have a 10-minute paddle out. You're welcome to paddle out early. Just stay clear of the heat that's currently on. But if you need the time to get out there, you're welcome to use it. Up and riding, we have surfer in red. This is Rory Dace, our local boy. Gets to the nose, holds the nose, navigating the cappuccino section. Navigating it well. This is Rory on his Sawyer surfboard. And he just goes down. So yeah, we had Red opening his account. Some great surfing from our open men's. No shortage of talent in these divisions. And this is your Surf Emporium SA Longboard Championships 2026, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be crowning our SA champs at the end of this week. We're definitely seeing the peak of the swell. Looking forward to just some great surfing, excellent scores. And there's been no shortage of excellence out here today. So we're coming on to that 15-minute mark, surfers. 15 minutes. Again, surfers in the next heat, you're welcome to paddle out early, but just keep way of the current heat. Make sure you are clear from the lineup of the surfers in the current heat, surfers in the next heat. So surfer in red, your last score coming in at a 5.67. Surfer in red, you're currently in the lead. Surfer in white, you're down into second with a 4.83. You're looking for a 0.85 to take the lead. And surfer in black, sitting with just a 0.5. You're looking for a 5.18 to take advancing position. Okay, so to all competitors, when you come to collect your rash vest, please put it on at the beach marshal. It's important that you do so. We have a surfer up and riding. I believe this is surfer in white. I might be corrected, or green. My apologies, the morning glares. No, this is surfer in white. This is Oliver Packham. Wow, navigating this section well with so much speed, Oliver. Oliver surfing his own boards, shaped. Great surfing from our surfer in white. Wow, going all the way through down the line. This is looking to be a great wave for Oliver. Sure, and he'll kick off. That's some great surfing from one of our Durban men. So 13 minutes on the clock, surfers. So that being one of the longer waves we've seen this morning. So Oliver just looking for a 0.85 to take the lead. He's sitting with a single wave score of a 4.83, so that will better his situation, being his second counting ride. So Oliver, your last wave coming in at a 9-point ride, Oliver. An excellent score for surfer in white. And we have another surfer out the back and just goes down. Isn't able to see who that was. Wow, so an excellent wave. The highest scoring wave of the event this morning is a 9-point ride. And again, one of the longer waves we've seen. We've also had a lot of excellent scoring waves where it's just been out the back, navigating the critical part of the wave. We've had some of our competitors just getting the work done. Short and sweet can do it. I think, again, just sticking to the judging criteria. Lots of speed and flow. Maneuvers in the critical part of the wave, although the wave does seem to be critical most of the part. So, yeah, we have white in the lead with 4.83 and a 9. We have Rory in red with a 5.67, and that was black Kouga Local on that last wave, just a quick in and out, getting a 1.33. So he sits in third with a 0.5 and 1.33. We still looking for a wave to open their accounts for green and blue. This is Benjamin in green and Joshua in blue. So stay tuned. 11 minutes, surfers, 11 minutes. This is your heat 5 of round 3 for the open men. Next up, we have heat 6. This will be the last heat up next. And then we move on to the Masters quarterfinal, heat 1. And then following that will be the Grand Masters. And then we will potentially see the open ladies. So lots of action to look forward to here today in beautiful Jeffreys Bay. I'd like to thank InFood for the lovely breakfast this morning, keeping our crew fueled and fired up for the day ahead. We are so grateful to our local businesses supporting us here. We have 2 surfers up and riding. All right, I think that's a free surfer on the inside. We have a surfer on the outside. We have another paddle out back from red. I'll let you know who that surfer was. I couldn't quite tell. We have Surfer in red just having a look. Wow, we are just seeing corduroy lines continuously here in J-Bay. So that was Surfer in blue that we saw. Surfer in blue, your wave came in at 2.5, where we have Surfer in red, potentially. I'm unable to confirm. Getting to the nose and holding that nose line. Holding it well is Surfer in red, I believe. Coming through, holding some style in this section, and lovely carve. Some great surfing top to bottom. And he'll close off that wave. Here we have a surfer out the back. Have a look, ladies and gentlemen. I believe this could be Surfer in white, our current heat leader, holding the nose. Wow, really holding on to his line, navigating a lot. Some great surfing being showcased here right now. Surfer in white kicking off, and we had another surfer out the back. So lots of activity here in this heat. Surfers are doing well to navigate. We are on the 7-minute mark, surfers, 7 minutes. So a great exchange from our surfers in this heat 5. We'll give you a situational update, some scores once the judges have locked them in. Okay, so surfers in the next heat, we've still got 6.5 minutes. Can you please just keep wide of the current heat? This is just for our people at the staff, just to be discerned about who's who in the lineup. So surfers in the next heat, just keep wide, please. We're giving you time to paddle out, but we'd just like you to stay clear of the current heat in progress. Thank you very much. We have 6 minutes on the clock, surfers, 6 minutes. Surfer in white, your last wave coming in at a 7.67. So sitting with a 9 and a 7.67 is Surfer in white. Surfer in red, your last wave coming in at a 6.5. Surfer in red, you're sitting with a 5.67 and a 6.5, just 2 waves ridden. Surfer in black, you're sitting with a 1.33 and a 2.67. You're looking for a combination of 16.68. Take the lead. And surfer in blue, Joshua, you're sitting with just a 2.5. You're looking for a 1.51 to take an advancing position into the next round. We have a paddle up and riding. And just a quick in and out for that surfer. I'll confirm who that was. My apologies. So just over 4 minutes on the clock, 4 minutes. Priority is sitting with blue out the back. So again, surfers in the next heat, just keep wide, please, of the current heat in progress. We've still got around 4 minutes left on the clock. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here today. So we have a paddle, we have a surfer up and riding. Lovely bottom turn. I believe this could be surfer in white, potentially. Lovely down carve. Navigating those S turns well, surfer in white. So just about 3 minutes, surfers, 3 minutes. So surfer in white finishing off that wave strong, and he'll be coming in with just under 3 minutes on the clock. So last wave of surfer in white coming in at a 4.57, surfer in white. So white leading, red in second, black in third with a 2.67 and a 2.1. And blue, just a single wave score of a 2.5. Looking for a 2.28 to take advancing position. And no wave ridden yet for green. Two minutes, surfers, 2 minutes. Wow, there's some incredible power out there. Surfers are doing well to navigate this. We have jet ski out the back, looking after our competitors' safety to ensure everything is in good hands. 1 minute 40 on the clock. Let's see what this final minutes of this heat brings. Lots can happen. We saw in the last heat great exchange from surfers in blue and green, so it's not over until the hooter goes. And blue only looking for a 2.28 is Joshua. And surfer in green, Benjamin, just looking for a 4.77 to take advancing position. Oh, looks like we had a paddle. 50 seconds. We have a surfer up and riding on the inside. And our surfer on the inside making his way in. So 25 seconds. Wow. So we count this heat down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll count the next heat in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so well done to our surfers in the last heat. We have white Oliver Packham taking the win with an excellent 9-point ride and 7.67. In second, we have local boy Rory Dace in red with a 5.67 and a 6.5. And advancing position is black Kouga Local with a 2.67 and a 2.1. In fourth, we have blue Joshua. And in fifth, we have Benjamin. So this is the final heat of the Open Men, round 3. This is heat 6. In red, we have Sean Holmes. In white, Sam Christensen. In green, we have Murray Wilcox. In blue, we have Wade Brodovich. And in black, we have Pierre Bassett.
Thank you, Crystal. Day 3 of competition of the Surf Emporium South African Longboard Champs and testing conditions. Yeah, congratulations to all of these surfers managing to get good scores out here. So some solid sets. We saw a massive one break. To start this one off, it's Sean Holmes, Sam Christensen, Murray Wilcox, Wade Brodovich, and Pierre Bassett out in the lineup for the open men's. Round 3, heat number 6. Hey, so good morning, guys. If you've just gotten down to the beach, welcome to day 3 of competition. The sun is shining. We had a couple cold, wet days on Monday and Tuesday, but the sun is up and the waves have just really pulled into the bay this morning. We woke up to 6 to 8 foot lines down the point. And just a reminder that the paddle out time is 10 minutes, but if you guys would like to get out into the lineup earlier than that, please do so to make sure you are ready for your heat. And it's a big nose ride here in the critical spot of the wave out back. Just getting an ID on this surfer. And he's going to cruise past this one. That looks like it could have been Murray Wilcox in the green. So 14 and a half minutes remaining. 14 and a half to go. And if you've ever been to an event and seen BIGWAVE longboarding, this is it. Up and riding surfer in the red, Sean Holmes. Solid 8 foot set out the back. Wow, one of the biggest sets of the morning. He's on the nose. Sean Holmes holds it. Wow. Look at the size of that wave. I want to say the biggest wave of the morning for red. And he's going to surf this one all the way down towards Albatross. Sean Holmes still going. Wow, ladies and gents, actually give a hand for that. We want to hear you guys making some noise this morning. Some really, really tough conditions out there. And that was, I want to say, the biggest wave of the day. First of green, a 3.83. 3.83. Up and riding. This does look like surfer in the blue. My apologies. The white, Sam Christensen, holds it. Can you believe it? This is an insider for white, and he's going to ride it all the way in. Christensen on the nose. Holds it. So there's a score to come in for Christensen in the white. Of course, score for red, Sean Holmes to come in. First of red comes in. It's a 7.5. 7.5 for red. Sean Holmes. Opening score for white. Sam Christensen, a 5.83. That's a 5.83 for white. 7.5 for red. So if you guys haven't gotten an early brunch or a breakfast, still breakfast time, go down to the Mexican food truck. We've also got some breakfast options at the PILI-PILI tent. And then, of course, we've got some nice refreshments at InFood. So go grab a snack and settle in to watch some great surfing. Up next, it's the Masters. Quarterfinals for the Masters coming up next. All right, so just a quick announcement. So whoever's got the green rashi, please bring it back to the beach marshal. Whoever's got the green rashie, please bring it to the beach marshal. I think it might have been Ben in the previous heats. If you can bring your rashie back to the beach marshal, please. So we got just under 6 minutes remaining. Just under 6 minutes to go. It's currently red, sitting with a 7.5. Surfer in the white, sitting with a 5.83, and green with a 3.83. Blue and black yet to catch waves out there. So just under 5 minutes to go. Just under 5 remaining. And ladies and gents, I think we've got the biggest waves that we've seen all morning. Big paddle out the back. 4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes remaining. And we've got what could be a 10-foot wave right out the back. And it's going to bulldoze our surfers down towards Albatross. Wow, the jet ski just getting over this one. 10-footer, cleaning the lineup out the back. This is some of the biggest surf I've ever seen for an event here at Lower Point. And it's just a wall of white water. 3 minutes and 20 seconds, surfers. Three minutes, surfers, 3 minutes. Two minutes and 30 seconds. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, surfers. So just over a minute remaining. Just over a minute remaining. Blue, you're looking for a 3.84. Black looking for a 3.84. Looking at a paddle there. So priority still with green. Forty seconds. Thirty seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so official announcement, ladies and gents. We are on hold. I repeat, we are on hold for the next hour. So surfers in the next one, Masters quarterfinal, heat number 1. I repeat, we are on hold. So we've been looking at the conditions, and I mean, there were only 3 waves ridden in that previous heat. So incredibly challenging conditions. We are on hold. So we do want to wait and give these surfers the best opportunity to surf a good heat as possible. So just too difficult right now. We are going to go on hold just for an hour, ladies and gents. So Masters quarterfinal heat number 2. You guys can make your way in or don't paddle out. We are currently on hold. So the conditions have been deemed to be challenging right now, just with the increase in the swell. Masters quarterfinal heat number 2. We apologize for that. We know you guys have already paddled out. So please, guys, stay tuned. No surfing for now. We'll get back to you with a decision as soon as possible once conditions get a little bit easier to surf. We just want an equal and fair chance for every single one of our surfers paddling out. A huge congratulations to the surfers in the previous heat. We saw some of the biggest waves probably ever surfed in a longboard contest at Lower Point. It was Sean Holmes in the red taking the win. Sam Christensen advancing in white in second position. So it's red and white in the previous heat. And looks like red potentially out the back, making his way in. So guys, we're on hold for the Masters. Please just wait around. It's an hour that will be on hold, and we'll reassess the conditions. We'll give you guys an announcement very soon and give you enough time to paddle back out before the start of the heat. So that's 1 hour break that we've got to see what the conditions do. And we'll be back shortly for the call.
Sometimes you just need to leave your board with your fin guy for a while and you get a magic fin.
Yeah, so if you guys cast your eyes onto the water, you can see exactly why we're on hold right now. It is just hundreds of meters of white water at the moment. Huge 8-foot sets, maybe even 10-foot sets, 3-4 times overhead. Somebody's trying to paddle out. I want to see Jomo out there somewhere in the whitewash. Somebody's surfing a wave all the way through salad bowls right now. Probably going to surf it all the way down to the point. So surfers, we are on hold at least until 10:30. And then we'll give you guys an update. Open mains round 3 was the last heat. Surfed before the waves have been deemed very challenging and the contest has been put on hold. So definitely a sight to watch here at lower point.
Sometimes you just need to leave your board with your fin guy for a while and you get a magic fin. Sometimes you just need to leave your board with your fin guy for a while and you get a magic fin.
Okay, so if you guys have just gotten down here, the competition is on hold. You take a look out and see these big sets rolling through. Difficult to surf this on any surf craft. So we really want to give our surfers just a great chance to catch as many waves and make it a fair heat. So the contest is on hold. The next call is at 10:30. It's a 10:30 call. So hang around, maybe go get a nice little breakfast or brunch or some refreshments, a cup of coffee from InFood, and we are looking to get the Masters heats back underway. But we're going to take some time just for the conditions, to potentially get a bit smaller and make it more manageable, or make the right call. So we're watching the conditions really intently, and we want to make a good call for the surfers and for the surfing today. So next call, Masters, is at 10:30. Okay, so official call, ladies and gents. Official call. The contest is off for the day. I repeat, the event is off for the day. So we've been looking at the conditions over the last while. Just a quick announcement. Masters surfers, the event is off for the day. We've been looking at the conditions, assessing the conditions. It's just been getting bigger since this morning. I mean, we showed up this morning and it was six foot sets out the back, and it just grew. A couple 8 to 10 foot waves rolling through, big white waters, and we're just deeming it not good to host the event today. So the event is off for the day, ladies and gents. The event is off for the day. So what we'll do is we'll get back bright and early tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. and we will update you guys on the schedule for the heats and just on the plan as we run into the latest stages of the event. But for today, the event is off. So no surfing here on day number 3. We got about 2-3 hours of heats in. And the waves are just really macking out the back, 8 to 10 foot sets. So no surfing for the rest of the day. We're off. But guys, you know what? Still hang around with us. It's going to be a nice day down here. We're going to have some daring surfers challenging these waves. A couple guys still looking to paddle out on longboards. But no competition for the rest of the day with the surf. So stick around with us. A huge thank you once again to all of our event partners and sponsors. Big thank you to Surf Emporium, the title sponsor here at the event. Of course, a huge thank you as well to the Kouga Municipality for hosting us. And then, of course, a big thank you to each and every one of our sponsors, including PILI-PILI, YETI, of course, Surfing South Africa and the World Surf League, COMPUCAMM, True Tech, Grit Water Safety, Ocean Freedom Sunblock, and Red Bull. So a huge thank you to all of our sponsors. And we're going to still hang around throughout the course of the morning into the afternoon, but Masters Heats, we are off for the day. So we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And we're still looking for some really, really good conditions into the later stages of the week for this event. So hey, you guys can go for a little free surf. This is your opportunity to catch uncrowded points if you can make it out back. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for the next heat. So hang around. We're going to cruise and enjoy the afternoon vibe. Still go and support the food vendors. We've got the Mexican, we've got the PILI-PILI gazebo, and then of course in food for some nice coffee. And we'll hang around. See you guys soon. Official call. The event is off for the day.
Sometimes you just need to leave your board with your fin guy for a while and you get a magic fin. need to leave your board with your fin guy for a while.